Good morning, and thank you for being here. It's been a fabulous week. There was so much energy in the room yesterday, and I was looking out in the crowd before we started. Said there's 5 people in here. I think they partied maybe a little bit too hard last night, but grateful you're here this morning. We have a few things we'll cover today, but first, I don't know if you picked up that song as I was coming out. I think every day should start with Fleetwood Mac, by the way. But as any good music lover would do, when I started at Monday a while back, I said, I'm going to go into ChatGPT and figure out how many songs are out there with Monday in the title. And as you can imagine, and I found this out after an hour back and forth with ChatGPT, there's really not any uplifting songs about Monday. Most people are pretty pissed off on Monday. They, come back from the week and it's raining or whatever, you got to go to work. So I was struggling to find an uplifting song for Monday morning. But when Iran asked the question the other day, I thought of this. I said, I spent an hour on ChatGPT. Is that what he's talking about when he said, who's using AI in their work? Unfortunately, it's an hour. I'd love to get back, Iran. But anyone has any questions about songs that are name of the week, see me afterwards. I know all there is to know about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I have to put this up here. We've all signed the DocuSign, so I think we're good. Redefine print. You know what to do. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. So you've heard a lot about AI. I believe, and I think everyone in this room would agree, this might be the most consequential time in tech history. I've never seen anything like this. The rate and pace of change is coming at us like never before. This is truly something that is more than disruptive. This is going to change everything about our work life, everything about our day life, our personal lives, and there's some apprehension, as you can imagine, in the market, right? I'm a little afraid of it. What does this mean? Is it going to take my job away? How do I embrace this? How do I use this? How do I leverage this? So there's some, as I said, apprehension. We at Monday are out on our front foot. We think this is a great opportunity for us to differentiate in the market, for us to lead in the market, not follow, not chase, but lead in this AI revolution. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time today talking to you about how I use Monday in my organization, how I use AI specifically in my organization. And it starts with agents, right? So everyone knows that a perfect seller would have the ultimate context of the customer. They'd have all the information about the product that they're trying to position. They'd have all the knowledge on the competitive insights. They'd be very responsive, right? They'd have all of this stuff in a box and able to present it to a customer when they engage. What you're talking about, and oh, by the way, show up at the moment that the customer wants you to show up, right? That's pretty much impossible for a human. But today it's possible with AI. So if you understand that customers are buying differently, right? And what do I mean by that? I grew up in a world where people bought from people they trusted, people they liked. That was always coached to me. It said, listen, Case, people buy from people they like. Well, how are you going to like an AI agent? So when we started to look at this technology, not only to bring to the market, but to leverage internally, I had my doubts, right? I tell people all the time, I live in a world of nuance, right? You can't do that with AI agents. But I quickly learned, right? The only way I was going to be able to scale our business was to embrace this technology. And what do I mean by that? I mean, customers expect a quality experience from the get. How can I give customers a quality experience no matter where they come from, what language they speak, what they're looking for, and what time do they want to engage? Well, the only way I can do that is with an AI agent. And so this is truly giving us an opportunity to scale our business. And if you understand, when leads come in, you don't want to discriminate, right? Whether that is a contact sales lead, whether that's someone's cousin who said, hey, call me about this product. You want to give that customer, that lead, that opportunity, the same experience that you give everyone. And we are able to do that now. And what is that going to do for us, right? as I said, it's going to give us scale. We'll be able to touch hundreds of thousands of leads in the same way and bring back opportunities that are highly qualified, that have context, that are built into our system so that our sales reps can then engage and work on the things that are going to be productive, right? That are going to have a material impact on the company, on their quotas, on their job. So, I say all of this to also say only 51% of sales organizations are embracing this technology, right? We're the lowest of any department in any organization. So the opportunity is immense. If we could get to 77% like marketing, that would be fantastic, right? And there's real consequences to this, right? So our goal is to get 100% adoption, to get 100% participation. And what is that going to do for us? It's going to give us so much more productivity. It's funny, we were having a planning session the other day, and we were modeling out headcount, we were modeling out revenue projections and all those fun stuff, the fun things that we do with CFOs. And the projection was that we would need 6,000 more sellers in the next 5 years. And I quickly said, not going to happen, right? We're not hiring that many people. It's just too much to manage. We have to find a better way. This is the better way, right? And of course, people say, well, what happens to my job? Does it mean it's going away? No, it's not going away. It's going to make you better, smarter. It's going to augment what you do. It's going to make you more productive, have more capacity, right? Be more successful. And so that's how we're approaching it. But again, you have to unpack that and understand what is the apprehension with the sales organization, and most organizations with AI. That apprehension has to do with the lack of trust in AI, right? The fear of change. I mean, these are real fears, right? There's overload of tools out there. Everything's AI. I'm here to tell you, everything's not AI, right? People hear machine learning or automation, and it's not all AI. But the overwhelming consensus is that everything has AI in it. So it's definitely sensory overload in some instances. So if we can embrace AI and be more productive, the sky's the limit. We know for a fact that our conversion rates improve by 30% when we can leverage AI. Because again, we can treat every opportunity in a very high quality, consistent way, so every opportunity gets treated, qualified, and therefore we work on the right things, and therefore our conversion rate goes up. So, these aren't just industry numbers. This is real data from our own organization. So we drink our own champagne. Here's what we recognized and realized in our organization in just 1 month. In 1 month, we handled 1,000+ calls, we booked 250 meetings, and we generated 180 leads. That is an improvement of 90% in response rate and 20% in conversion. Those are real dollars. That's real money, and that's a much better customer experience than we could ever provide. So we're booking more meetings, we're having better conversations, we're inputting all that context in our CRM, and we're effectively delivering better numbers in a better way for this organization. Super proud of what we've accomplished, but it's not about us. This is us being the best reference for you. This is us showing you how it's done so that you can take advantage of these opportunities. So, how are we going to do this? We're going to expect every role to be augmented by AI. And when people say they don't trust AI, I'm not asking you to trust the technology. I'm asking you to trust the people behind AI, like us, right? We're a scalable platform. It comes with all the security, governance, and permissions that you're used to, but now you can leverage AI on that platform. And last but not least is use the best AI for you at your work that's a part of your systems today. So if you use Monday today and you love it, which most of you do, if not all of you, use our AI to leverage the technology you already have in place today that you feel comfortable with, you trust, and is part of your workflows that you leverage today. So I've had a number of conversations with our CMO about what the CRM market looks like today. I can tell you, No one loves going into CRM and entering data. No one loves going in there to find opportunities, right? It's not fun. We think CRM needs to be rethought. And what do I mean by that? CRM needs to be more of an orchestration. And I think that's ultimately what my responsibility is as CRO. I need to orchestrate all of these assets, all of these roles, resources, to make sure I give a great customer experience and that we deliver results for Monday. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to embrace it with our SDR agents, of course, right? I'm going to leverage Agent Factory. And, we talk about SDR agents as if it's the only agent. We have dozens of use cases internally where we're using agents to automate and deliver more capacity for our organization. So it's not just about SDRs. It's about how do we, manage our processes behind the scenes. How do we book orders? How do we invoice? All those things, we can leverage agents to do that. And then last but not least, I can also leverage Monday campaigns. And Harris is going to talk about this a little bit later in the day, but I would tell you, I look at Monday campaigns as kind of a therapist, right? If you understand that marketing and sales don't always see eye to eye, because sales says, give me the good leads. Marketing says, what are you doing with the leads? Monday campaigns helps us build that bridge. So you truly have an orchestration platform to go leverage to run your business with Monday CRM Suite. So let's dive a little bit deeper in the SDR agents.
You've got leads coming in, sales targets, and a funnel that never sleeps. There's simply no way your reps can call everyone, and consistency starts to slip. Enter the SDR agent, a fully capable SDR that picks up the phone the moment a lead comes in, day or night, in any language. While you're away, it's already calling, qualifying, and preparing the stage for your sales team, making sure the right people always get a call and your hottest leads rise to the top. Setup takes 2 clicks. Define when calls trigger and upload a knowledge file with your company details and qualification criteria. Here's a new lead, Danielle from Nexa Retail, filling out a contact form to get more information from a B2B event company. Her details appear instantly on the sales board in Monday CRM. The SDR agent, Chris, calls right away, even outside your working hours. Every lead gets a call while it's still warm. The call is transcribed, summarized, and the meeting is booked, all saved back into the CRM automatically. And when 10 more leads arrive, the SDR agent calls them all in parallel. Every detail's captured, no opportunity slips away, and every customer gets a fast, seamless, and high-quality experience. And your sales reps walk into the next call with all the context they need and can finally focus on what they do best, selling. The SDR agent, always on, always setting you up for success.
So it's interesting. I've listened to a lot of these calls, right? I hear the samples, I hear the recordings of these engagements, right? And I'm always amazed, right? And at some point I won't be, but I still am. You have a SDR agent, AI agent, who engages with the customer. The customer reaches out. In 2 minutes, they get a response back. And in the 2 minutes, they're on the phone with a particular agent. And the customer asks all kinds of questions. I've heard, how's the weather over there? How's the, personal, not say personal questions, but things that aren't necessarily about Monday solutions. And we're able to engage in those conversations, right? And that's not necessarily important. What's important is that I'm so surprised at how customers engage with those AI agents. And when I say that, they're very candid. They answer all the questions they're asked. And if you understand sales, one of the most critical things we ask of the sales team is to qualify the opportunity, right? Do they have budget? Who's the decision maker? What is the timing? Who's the competitor? And I would tell you 99% of the time, the sales team fails on 1, 2, or 3 of those things, right? And that's okay. It's just human nature. Well, the SDR agent never fails on that. So every one of these opportunities, as you saw, gets entered into our CRM, has all of that context. It's scripted. It's all documented in the opportunity So what would take, a human probably 2 days of man hours, it takes, a 20-minute conversation, and we have all the context we need in order for us to show up with the customer in a right way at the right time. So it's fascinating to see how customers are engaging with this technology, and it's truly fascinating and obviously a game changer. And it can be a game changer for you. I share this with you not to sell you on agents necessarily, but to share with you how we're leveraging AI in our organization to scale. And if you talk to any CRO, you'll hear 3 words: capacity, productivity, and scale. And this checks all those boxes. So I'm super excited about what we're doing inside Monday, and super excited at the possibilities that you could take advantage of in your organizations. So yeah, let's use this time, let's use this opportunity, this moment in tech to change your organization, to get out in front of your competition. We don't have a ton of time to get out in front of the competition. Eventually they will catch up, but this is your moment to embrace this technology, to differentiate your business and be a better competitor in the market. So with that, I greatly appreciate your time. It's great to be here with customers, great to be here with partners and our colleagues around the world. Look forward to a great day, and thank you.